Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this June 24th. Oprah Winfrey is speaking ill of the dead, and it's kind of blowing up in her face. In case you missed it, Oprah was on stage for a speaking engagement at Cannes Lions, whatever that is. She said that Whitney Houston once fell off her stage on the daytime talk show. Why? Because she was looped out of her tree. Oprah said, "I had such a trust from the Oprah show audience. I think it was her last talk show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her, when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not, and she fell off the stage. I knew that if that story got out, she would be destroyed by that. Even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not. That would not happen today, I can tell you that." Now, it didn't take long for Houston's estate to get word of Oprah's claims, and needless to say, they're not happy, actually calling out the former talk show host. Pat Houston, who runs the estate, said, quote, "Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. Like many people, she faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance or every chapter of her life. What the studio audience witnessed on stage was the result of discipline, talent, and commitment, not the assumptions others project," end quote. Now, we have not heard if Oprah has walked back or changed her tune on the incident, but okay, a couple things here on Oprah's story, all right? One, studio audiences generally were not allowed to be sitting in audience snapping pictures during talk shows, before or after taping. I mean, like that is... I've been in this business for a long time. There's very strict rules now, obviously, with cell phones, but back then, think about talk shows when you would watch them on TV. The audience was not sitting there with cameras and snapping pictures like amazed tourists, right? So I'm not sure people were taking pictures the way that she's saying they are. And again, Oprah had tight control over what happened in her studio. I don't believe that that was allowed. Ask around. So if you know somebody who went to Oprah back in the day, maybe pictures, at some point, but not, flashes and all this other stuff when they were preparing. I just don't think so. But let's shift gears. Speaking of talk shows, Jimmy Kimmel notably takes 2 months off every summer, and his late night show has guest hosts throughout that time. And since Kimmel is besties with Donald Trump, it seems fitting that Trump's other BFF, Rosie O'Donnell, will step in to anchor the show while Kimmel is away. That's going to be great, don't you think? Right? Trump is already pushing for Kimmel to be fired and the show canceled, so I can only imagine he'll be calling for Kimmel's firing via Rosie? I don't know how that's going to work. Kimmel made the announcement on his show saying, "I asked one of our Commander-in-Chief's all-time favorites, Rosie O'Donnell, to be here to keep the hits coming," end quote. Remember, O'Donnell made international headlines when she fled the United States and moved to Ireland to escape Trump's second term as president. She's since been spotted around New York City and will be making appearances, obviously, in Hollywood for Kimmel's show. Other previously announced guest hosts include Tiffany Haddish, Coleman Domingo, Anthony Anderson, and Jelly Roll. That's a check of your celebrity headlines for this Wednesday, June 24th. I'm back tomorrow for a look at all the crazy celebrity happenings right here on the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature